All right. Hey everyone. Hi. Okay, I'm just giving everyone a second to get in. We're streaming in a few places, so we're just getting set up. Say hi. Say hello as you come in. Say hi as you join. Hello, hello, everyone. I think it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Say hi if you're live. Say hi if you're catching this a little bit later on the replay. We appreciate you all. Okay, I am super excited to jump in here. I want to walk you guys through three very simple systems that we are going to go ahead and walk you guys through. That's going to help you literally generate 10K per month in 90 days, okay, consistently. Who's excited for that? Comment below and share what your goal is. What is your monthly revenue goal or sales goal for the next 90 days? So for this last quarter. Guys, I can't believe we're in October. This is it. This is the last quarter of the year. There's so much opportunity to cash in, guys, and to make so much money right now. Cool. Hi, Rochelle. Okay, share in the comments, say hi so I can see your name first and foremost. If you're here with us, say hello. It's a really simple ask. Say hi. And then if you want to share, what is your monthly sales goal for the next 90 days? Okay, for this very last quarter of 2023, what is your sales goal? What I'm going to do is walk you guys through three really simple systems. They're kind of systems, yet strategies also, that you guys can literally start implementing right after this show, like right after. You can start implementing these and you can start cashing in and hitting those 10K or adding an additional 10K. Who is excited for that? Like, who doesn't want to do that? So, let's begin. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to share this with you guys. It's a really special invitation for you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, we see three big problems in the coaching service space. Okay. We work with hundreds of clients, we've served thousands of clients. We're in the back end of about 5 or 6 multi-million-dollar coaching companies right now. And we talk to about 200 people a day. Okay. So it is safe to say that across the board, there are three big problems that we are seeing in about 85 to 90% of these coaching and service based companies. The first problem is lead flow. Okay. So the way that I do things is very strategically. ABC equals XYZ. It has to make sense for me, right? Things need to make sense. Things need to add up for me. So when we think about a business, online or offline, we have to have a top of funnel, right? This is your audience. There is no money to make if we have no audience, right? So it's obvious that if we're not growing our audience actively every single day, we're not getting our services in front of any new people, well, then your sales pipeline is going to dry up, right? You're going to find yourself not able to have enough conversations to generate enough sales. And you're going to think that your problem is sales, when in fact, it very well could be that the top of your funnel is dry. You're just not either attracting or getting in front of enough people that would be buyers, or you're just not either you're not doing it or you're not doing it enough, or you could not be doing it consistently. Okay. You can figure that out for yourself, right? You know, if you're growing your audience Monday through Friday, right? One of the first challenges that we see inside of a coaching company or a service-based company is they just have a lead flow challenge. Their top of funnel's not overflowing. It's just not full. They're not getting in front of enough people. They're not in front of the right types of people, or they're just not very consistent with growing their audience. All of those things, any of those things, is going to affect your sales because you don't have enough people, right? So sales and business is a numbers game. You just need to make sure the numbers match. If you're not bringing enough people into the top, which we see across the board, we have some people that have hundreds of thousands of people in their Facebook groups, and they don't have a lead problem, but the leads that they're attracting are low quality, and they're not buyers, and they don't have any money. And so that's a problem, right? So it's not just about having enough people, they need to be quality people, right? So that's the first thing that we see in the coaching and service space. The second big problem is we have offer fears. There's issues with your offer. 9 out of 10 of the people that come to us are not sold on their own offer. They are not sold on their very own offer. We see this a lot. They'll come to us and they're like, I love my offer, but like, I don't really know the step-by-step path or process to get clients to the result. Or I love my offers. It's amazing, but I'm undercharging. I would love to be paid more. So technically I'm not in love with the offer because I would love to be paid more for this offer. Or we hear people say, I just have so many offers. I don't even know which one I should sell. I'm not in love with any of them. There's all kinds of these offer fears. A lot of our clients have pricing issues. They typically undercharge. Or the second biggest thing around the offer is people are not super confident that they can get the client the result. So they're not clear on the result of their offer because they're not solid on the result they can help their clients get. And you'd be surprised how often we see that. We see that a lot. And so you can identify what are your fears around your offer, whether it's a pricing issue, it's a program promise issue, it's a delivery issue. There's got to be something there off with the offer. That is the second biggest challenge that we see for coaches and service-based entrepreneurs. Okay. The third big challenge right here at the bottom of the funnel is sales fears. I'm still blown away at how many people run businesses but are so afraid to sell. They run a business and they have so many fears around selling. Rather it's nobody has any money right now, or I don't think anybody can afford this price, or what if they can't afford it, or what if people think I'm crazy for charging this much, or what if I just can't find the people. Like I have this offer and I'm willing to price it higher, but I just feel like I don't know where to find the people that would buy this offer or invest this much or pay for this, right? There's typically always stuff around sales that I don't work with anyone that is 100% solid on their sales. There's always someone coming to us. Every one of our clients across the board have some kind of fear around sales. It looks a little different. It might be around a different topic or area of sales, but 100% of the people that come to us that we end up working with, they have sales fears. And believe it or not, that impacts your sales. That affects your bottom line. Okay. So those are the 3 biggest challenges. Okay. These are the 3 biggest problems that we see when coaches and service-based entrepreneurs come to us and they want to learn, how can I increase my sales? How can I increase my conversions? How can I get myself in front of higher quality leads that actually have money to invest and they already love what I do? I don't need to convince them and beg them, right? They're already in the market looking for this. These are the 3 big things that we see. So we have a lead flow challenge at the top of your funnel. Okay. Either you're not getting in front of enough qualified leads, or you're not doing this consistently, like growing the top of your funnel. So growing your audience, or you're growing your audience and you're doing it consistently, but it's just not the right people. There's always an issue with lead flow. Okay. Second is some kind of fear around your offer. And then there's always some sales fears. You got to identify where you are in this, where your breakdown or where your bottleneck is. Is it at the top of the funnel? Is it in the middle with your content and articulating and effectively communicating your offer? Or is it in the bottom of your funnel where you're having qualifying conversations, sales conversations, and you're selling and inviting people to come work with you? There's only 3 parts of the business, right? Your top, middle, bottom of funnel. And we have to figure out where we have the breakdown so that you can fix it. And a lot of people that come to us have a little bit of all of this. it's not usually one thing, and I'm not going to say it's not because it totally could be. I'm just saying typically it's not just one thing. So go ahead if you're brave enough to drop it in the chat or in the comments, wherever you're tuning in and listening to this. Do you identify with one of these or any of these? Maybe it's more than one. Are there any that you identify with where you feel like that's my breakdown? My breakdown is at the top of that funnel. It's getting in front of people consistently, but the right types of people. My champion buyers, people who love what I sell. They have the money to buy it. They're in the market for it. They absolutely appreciate it. I'm having trouble at the top of getting in front of enough of those people. Or maybe you feel like you're just not doing it consistently. Or do you feel like you have something with your offer? Is there any fear around your offer, any hesitancy, any doubt whatsoever? If it's around the delivery, if it's around the pricing, if it's around your program promise, and getting clients that outcome, like what is it? Or do you feel like it's something around sales, something around selling? Feel free to share in the comments where you feel you are so we can see that. And support. So now what I want to do is give you guys 3 solutions, because I'm not just here to talk about the problems. I want to share with you what we do with our clients the second a client joins our program and says, Anne, I have 1, 2, or all 3 of these problems right here. Okay. The very first thing we need to do is solve the problem. You have a leaky bucket. You've got to fill those holes, right? You have to bridge the gaps if you want to get from where you are to the other side, right? Or if you think of it like a leaky bucket, that bucket's going to keep leaking until you fill those gaps, those holes. So right away, when a client comes to us, we got to get to work. There's no waiting around. There's no thinking about it. We need to get to the solutions, or that bucket is going to run dry. Okay. So the first thing that we want to look at, right, is that top of funnel. The very first thing that we want to look at is the top of the funnel. We have to look at your lead flow strategy. How are we growing your audience? Not 2 days a week and not once a week, not, once in a while, or not only when you're launching. Every day, every day, every day. How are we growing the top of your funnel, getting you in front of a new audience, new fresh eyes, new people, new energy? How are we doing that every day so that you never, ever, ever run out of people to talk to and sell to? How are we doing that? What is your strategy? Okay, so the very first thing that we do is we look at your strategy for filling the top of that funnel so much it's overflowing. Okay, so there cannot be any dryness at the top of your funnel. If you are not growing your audience every single day, and not just by numbers, quality. If these are not champion client type buyers, people with money to spend, people in the market already looking for what you sell, then we're not it's not just about growing the top of your funnel. They have to be qualified buyers. Okay, people that you can sell to, people that have the money to invest. So we have to look at what your strategy is and how are you doing that, and how consistently and how well. Does that make sense? So the very first thing we do is we look at this, and we look at your strategy for this. Okay. Remember, what we're trying to do is we're trying to seal and fill any of those holes that are leaking water, that are causing a breakdown in your sales. Okay. So that's the first thing that we want to do, is look at your strategy for this. Okay. So top of funnel comes first. Then what we want to do is we want to look at your offer. We need to build such a high level of confidence and conviction around your offer that you can't shut up about it. You cannot stop talking about it. You believe in it so much. You are shouting it from the rooftops. You believe not only in your offer, but your capability of getting people transformation, getting people result, getting people to the outcome that they are paying you for. You've got to design, deliver, and structure that offer to produce those outcomes, or you are not going to be confident selling this offer. I see this all the time. We talk to 200 people a day, 200 coaches and service-based entrepreneurs who are not confident in their offer. there's an area or two or three of their offer they are not sold on themselves. And a lot of people will tell us, I'm not confident in my offer because I think that, I don't think the price aligns with the solution or the outcome, or I'm not really sure the exact solution or promise or outcome. I feel like all my clients are so unique that they all need something different, and I got to provide them all with all the things. This does not build confidence in your capability of selling this offer. And then you don't just sell it, you need to deliver on the other side of it. And 9 out of 10 of the clients we talk to, the people that come in our programs, they're not rock solid on this. They do not have unwavering confidence and conviction in their offer. That is obviously going to be difficult to sell. There's going to be a part of you that actually doesn't want to sell the offer and that actually is resisting selling the offer because there's a piece of it out of alignment for you. Your offer needs to be full circle experience. You have to have confidence in a full circle experience, meaning I am confident talking about it, I am confident selling it, and I am confident delivering it. And if you're not in any of those areas, you will subconsciously push away sales because deep down, quietly and silently, you don't want to sell it because there's a lack of confidence there. There's a lack of conviction. I see this. This is why people go from offer to offer to offer to offer after just like 1 or 2 weeks of trying to sell it and it's not selling. They're bouncing around. This is an offer. There's these issues right here. It isn't actually you or your audience all the time. It's usually a big lack of confidence and conviction in the thing that you're selling. Okay? That's the second thing we do with our clients. The third thing that we need to do is we have to build sales skills. You cannot operate a business and make money scared of selling. You can't feel insecure and scared and yucky and awkward and like you're bothering people, or I'm not worthy. People aren't going to pay this much. Everyone's broke. Nobody has money. I have to give and undercharge. You cannot crush your business goals and make a ton of money and get to 6 figures, 7 figures. You're not going to do that if that's how you feel and think about sales. If you think that selling your offer or your solution is awkward and yucky and it's annoying and it's bothering people and nobody can afford it and nobody thinks it's valuable and I'm not worthy and all of these things, insert all the things that happen between your ears. If that's what you wake up and you feel that way and you think like that, you're not going to sell your offer. You are going to have so much fear and insecurity around doing that you're going to have a breakdown in your sales. You're going to have good months and then 3, 4, 5 months in a row consecutively of horrible months. You're going to have a hard time. You're going to be launch dependent. Oh my God, I have to launch all the time. I never make money if I don't launch. Or I have to talk to 1,000 people just to get 2 sales. Or I have to chase people around. Or I have to lower my price because everyone is broke and nobody can afford my prices. If you're having these issues, you have massive sales issues. This is a sales breakdown, big time. And we see so many out of the 200 people we talk to a day. There's so many coaches scared to death of sales. There's just a lack of skills and knowledge in how you need to effectively communicate to the buy-in market in today's online space. Most coaches are not teaching you how to do that. They're not showing you how to pivot the way that you're talking to people, in the way that you're presenting your offers, in the way that you're hosting conversations. And you guys, a lot of you are having so many chats and conversations and you're just getting objection. You're getting hit with so many objections. And you're not sure what the actual breakdown is, right? And so you just kind of keep repeating the same cycles and chasing the next strategy and like trying to figure it out when all in all, it's one of these breakdowns. Or you might have multiple of these. You might be like, I have a little bit of all of those things. That's totally you have to figure that out. But I want to bring this to your awareness so that you can figure out what your breakdown is. Okay. So when a client joins our programs, these are the first 3 things that we do. We look at your strategy and your system for how you're doing each one of these, the top, the middle, and the bottom of the funnel. Okay. Now let me show you how we help you fix this, because at the end of the day, we could talk all day about the problems. We could talk all day about what your breakdowns might be. But if nothing changes, nothing changes, right? We all know that to be true. The definition of doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome, is insanity. So we know in order for something to change, something has to change. So I want to show you what things probably need to change in order for you to fix any of the leaks or breakdowns that you might have in your business. Okay. So let's tackle the first thing. When we look at the top of the funnel, which is one of the first things we do with our clients, we just told you that one of the things that you need to do to fix your lead flow challenge, your audience growth challenge, we need qualified leads. Okay. It doesn't matter if you have 200,000 or 300,000 people on your email list or in your Facebook group. I work with a 7-figure coach right now who has 300,000 people in a Facebook group, and she cannot sell her mastermind from that Facebook group for the life of her. It doesn't matter how many people you have. These need to be qualified leads, okay? Because they need to be people who want to buy what you're selling. They need to have the money to do it. They need to have the ambition to do it, the readiness to do it, all the things. So the very first thing we do is we want to help you grow your audience with qualified leads. We call them champion buyers. We basically help you build a buyer's list. That is not the same as just a list of people. We're talking about qualified champion clients, a buyer's list. The first thing we need to help you do is grow that every day. Okay. We help our clients grow their audience around 50 people a day for organically. It takes them about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. Nothing douchey. It's all douche free. We're not doing anything weird, crazy, douchey. Okay. But we help you organically grow your audience by 50 people a day. We've been doing this for years with our clients, and you can get this down to a science in about 20 to 30 minutes a day. It shouldn't take you all day to do. That's the first thing we need to do. Okay. The second thing that we need to do is teach you how to engage with those people, because I can tell you what isn't working today. Dropping links all over social media, pitching people to death, launching to death, selling every 5 seconds in every piece of content. That is just not what's sexy and attractive to a buyer today. What is sexy, or who that is sexy to, is people that are just looking for free stuff. And many of you here can raise your hand very proudly and say, I have a load of people in my audience that just want free shit. If I'm giving free stuff, they're all about it. The second I charge, they are ghost, MIA. This is a lead problem, guys. It's a lead problem. It's that you've built a list of people. It doesn't matter how much content you put out. It doesn't matter how much you engage with them. It doesn't matter how great your offer is or how good of a job you're doing. They're just not the right people. So we have to identify of the people that you've built in your audience. Are these people that are buyers? Because if they're not engaging with your content, well, then that means that either you're not consistent, your content sucks, or you have people that are the wrong people and they don't care about what you're talking about. So which is it? Right? Which one is it? What is the problem with the leads that you have now sitting in front of you today? Whether it's 10 people or 10,000 or 100,000. Why aren't the people in your audience buying from you today? Is it that your content sucks? Is it that you're not consistent? Or do you have a list of the wrong types of people? We have to figure that out, because if you're building a list of buyers and you're putting out quality content that's engaging with them, then why aren't they engaging back? That is like, to me, that is that whole thing I said at the beginning where ABC must equal XYZ. That doesn't make sense to me. Because if you are building an audience of buyers who have the problem you solve and they want it and they're looking for it, and you're putting it out there, there's no reason they shouldn't be buying it. So there's a breakdown. Something's wrong. Something's missing. There's something we're not doing right. So once we figure out what that is, we just fix it. That gets your audience, this will get your audience engaging. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If we don't have proximity with your leads, there's no sale to be made. You cannot make a sale from people that are not listening to you. They're not paying attention. They're not opening. They're not commenting. They're not clicking. They're giving you zero attention. You can't make a sale if that's what your audience is doing. We need them to be in proximity. We need them to chat back, comment back, engage with you. right? Raise their hand, lean in, perk up their ears. We need them to do this third step, which is move. We need our audience to move, take an action. If your audience is not raising their hand and express an interest in asking to learn more, if they're not doing that, then we have an issue somewhere and we have to fix it. We can't just grow your audience and then engage them to death. We need your audience to move. That's how you move them from cold to close. They have to move, which means they need to lean in, to listen to what you're saying, pay attention. They got to perk up their ears and be like, ooh, let me stop my scroll for a second. This is interesting. We need them to do that. And then we need them to take an action. Raise your hand, comment, send me a DM, ask me to DM you. Tell me you're interested in learning more. Tell me you want to know more about that. Tell me you want the free thing, the paid thing. We need the audience to move. There is no sale to be made if your audience is ghost town. Okay? If you have to hammer your audience to death every single day, you've got a lead problem or a massive messaging problem. Because you should not have to create 10,000 pieces of content a week and have one person respond. That does not logically make sense if you're growing an audience of people interested in what you're talking about. If they are interested in the market for what you're talking about, their hands should be flying up left and right. They should be ears perked, leaning in. I'm interested. Tell me more, raising their hands. And if that's not happening, you have a breakdown somewhere in your funnel. Does that make sense to everybody? Before we move on, can you guys drop in the comments wherever you are tuning in? So far, is this like, are you taking notes? Is this speaking to you? Does this make sense? Are the things firing off? Do we have some aha moments firing off here? Brittany says, yes, I need to identify with them. Offer fears is what I have mostly. I just worry that I won't be able to help them like they deserve and desire. I need proven strategies and structure badly. Yeah, so if you're already, right, we're 28 minutes in, if you're already recognizing some breakdowns, that's a good sign. You should be buckled up right now, sitting tight, ears perked, pen and paper out. Because if you're recognizing or identifying with anything I'm saying right now, you should be leaning straight into this so that you can identify your breakdowns, because you can't fix what you don't understand or know, right? We can't fix it. And if nothing changes, then your situation isn't changing, right? If nothing changes, nothing changes. What I want for you guys is to have awareness on where your breakdowns are so you can decide what your next steps are to fix them. Because without fixing them, right, without fixing them, there's no change that can happen. You're just going to keep beating the drum, rinse, repeat, right? The whole insanity thing. Okay, good. So let's move on. The next thing we need to do around your offer, you have to have a one program promise. And here's the deal. Unless you're Gary Vee, Marie Forleo, Amy Porterfield, Gabrielle Bernstein, unless you are one of those wildly known and successful entrepreneurs, you should not be offering people 700 different solutions. You're not that magical. And also, unless you're, again, those people, you can't get away with doing that successfully. If you're that person who's like, I have 50 different ways I can help you. I can actually, you know what? I can help you with everything. I can actually help everybody with all the things because I'm so special. I'm so unique that I have all the answers to so many different things. It's crazy. You'd be blown away at how smart I am. That's not sellable. People like that are not making millions of dollars. I promise you. Okay, you have to start where you're at. In today's market, because it's so flooded with options and so many people have so many amazing things that they're selling, we have a lot of choices. We don't have to just buy from one or two people now. We have hundreds and thousands of people to choose from. You better believe that everyone's inboxes are blown up right now. So we have all kinds of choices and options. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to go with the one that literally makes the most sense and is the easiest to understand. Right? When I invite clients into our Sales Academy program, we say to you, we help coaches get to and sustain 10K months. That's my solution. We help coaches get and sustain 10K months. You can wrap your head around, if you want that, in 3 seconds. Like 1, 2, 3, yes or no. Like, there's no thinking. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to journal it. You don't have to go ask a partner about it. You don't need to analyze it. You don't need to see a sales page. You don't need to go off and spend 7 months thinking about it. In about 3 seconds, you can say, yes, I want and need 10K months, or no, I'm not interested. It's very simple. We're not promising you the stars, the moons, and a coaching business in a box. We're telling you that in this particular program, we help you get to 10K months consistently. That's what we're telling. That is our one program promise. If you join our mastermind program, we're scaling you to 100K months with a group coaching program and front and back end sellers. That's it. That's our promise. You don't need any other information to say yes or no to that, right? The first step is you got to get a buy-in. The very first step is someone needs to raise their hand and say, yep, I want that. That's absolutely, like, I'm totally for that. Tell me more, because I want that. You got to get that initial buy-in. But some of you are like, yep, I help you do these 5 things. And then if you join today, I'll also help you with these 7 things. And then over the course of the time together, we're going to give you these 8 bonuses. And then we're going to help you with these 10 other things. And nobody even understands what the hell you're talking about. No one understands, wait a minute, what exactly am I getting when I make this payment? I'm going to give you my hard-earned money. I'm not clear what I'm buying. Like, what am I actually, like, how's my life going to be different? What is the solution on the other side of this? What is my life going to, I don't understand. People are so confused. Do you know what happens when people are confused? Number 1, they never pull out a credit card ever. And number 2, they throw objections at you because they're backed in a corner and they're trying to get out of the situation because they're just so overwhelmed and confused, right? Part of what you just told them you're going to help them with, they're like, how long is that going to take? 10 years? Like, that's a lot. So, and the other thing is, if you're undercharging, you're overcompensating. Don't try to sell me a Gucci outcome at a Goodwill price. No, I'm not doing it. I'm going to ask you right away, why are you selling a Mercedes-Benz for $5? What the heck is wrong with it? You guys have to understand that your pricing and your promise and the type of people you're selling to all needs to align. That has to make sense. Okay? You can't try to attract premium buyers and then give them a $200 price point and be like, I promise you the stars and the moon. Really? For $200? Really? Why? What's going on here? And now they're not going to buy from you. And then you're going to say, you're going to go to your coach and you're going to say, I don't understand. It's so cheap. I don't get it. It's everything they need. And it's so cheap, so affordable. Like, this does not add up. Okay. So number 1, we need to be clear on a program promise. The second is that pricing. Here's the thing. People who pay attention. I'll argue this all day. Your price attracts your people. If you're putting a price tag out for $500, then you're attracting people who are not going to spend more than $500. You're attracting a lower quality audience. And I don't care who argues that with me. That's my belief. I've been doing this for 20 years. People who pay attention. They show up and they pay attention. And when you get people, when you sell higher ticket, you're promising a higher experience, right? That's why you see people who sell low ticket courses and then they have this really high end mastermind. Why? Because the high end mastermind is going to attract higher level people. It's a bigger experience. And when you pay more, you expect not more, but you expect a higher experience, right? That's why you have some people who do first class, some people who fly coach, whatever. That's why we have low income, middle class, and upper class. That's why we have Gucci and we have Goodwill. There's a reason we have different types of things. It's for different types of shoppers. Okay. And you have to decide, where do you want to be on the price scale, right? Are you a low ticket and you want to attract lower quality leads and that's how you want to do it? And you want to go for mass amounts of people, or higher ticket and way more, like less, but way more qualified high-end buyers? Because the more that I invest as a 7-figure coach, when I make an investment, I am investing pretty big and I'm investing for usually a year at minimum. And I expect an experience, right? I expect to reach goals. I expect to have a great experience. I expect white glove service. Absolutely. If you're going to try to sell me a $200 offer, I'm probably going to say, what's that going to do for me at this point in my business? So you have to understand that your price attracts a different type of person. And some of you don't have this aligned with the type of people you're attracting and the promise that you're promising. Those things just don't connect the dots, and it doesn't make sense to people. Okay. You could also go the opposite, and you're trying to charge premium prices to a broke audience, people that don't even have any money or don't even like value what you sell. So they wouldn't give you money if it was $10. Like, again, you have to have alignment or you're just not going to sell your offer. And if you do, it's not going to be easy. It's probably not going to be the right people. The third thing we help you with the offer is your program pillars. This is the path. When you tell somebody, hey, I can help you get to 10K months, you better know exactly step by step how you're going to help that person get to 10K months. And if you don't know that, then you shouldn't be selling it. At the end of the day, you have to have a path. Your program pillars is the path. When if you're a health coach and you help people lose weight and you tell an obese person, I'm going to help you get down to, 100 pounds, 200 pounds, you better know exactly what you're going to have them do to get there. Because if you're trying to sign people into a program and you don't even feel rock solid that you can help them get the thing that you're telling them you're going to help them get, that's a lack of integrity. You're not going to feel good selling that offer, because the first thing you're going to ask yourself is, how the heck do I get them there? Can I get them there? Oh my God, am I even going to be able to help them? I don't even know if I can help them get there. That's out of alignment. You're out of alignment. So you have to get clear on what that program promises, the value of it, of actually attaining it, right? And then the program pillars, the path, the steps in which you're going to help your clients get there. Don't give them 50 steps. Nobody's doing 50 steps. We don't have time for that. So it needs to be minimal steps. The fastest, easiest way that I can get you to 10K months is this. And here's a little hint, guys. I'm showing you right now, step by step, exactly how we get our clients to 10K months consistently. I'm doing it right here in front of you. You're seeing me do it right now. This is what we help you with. These 3 areas. Crazy, right? This is how we help our clients get there. We have our path. It's right in front of you. I'm showing you the path to get to those 10K months. You need to have that inside of your offer. You need to be able to demonstrate these are the few things. Do you see that I'm not saying anything about websites, funnels, Canva, pages? You don't need sales pages. Do you notice that I'm not even talking about any of that? Those things are null and void if you're not making 10K. If you're not making 10K months, you don't even need to be thinking about pages and sales pages and websites and technology and funnels and 7 offers. Can we just sell 1 and make 10,000 a month? If you can't do that, how are you going to sell 5? Like, that doesn't make sense, right? Okay. Now we got to work on those sales fears. So number 1, what we help our clients with is chats. We close high ticket offers all day long, every single day for the past 8 years inside DM chats. We're not sending nobody crap. We aren't DMing people this awkward, weird shit. We're not baiting and switching nobody. We're not sending these cold messages to people and be like, hey, let me bait and switch you. We're not doing any weird shit like that. But guess what? 100, not 95, not 98, and not 99. 100 of our high ticket sales, 5,000 or more, close in DM chats. 0 sales calls, 0 sales pages, 0 funnels. Because we have a process. So what we help our clients do is leverage chats to get qualified conversations happening about working with our clients, period. Easiest thing on the planet. Second thing is we teach you how to qualify your leads. Most of you don't know the difference in a regular client and a champion client. You're just selling anybody who has the problem, anyone who has the money to invest, anybody willing to pay you. You're just selling them into your offers. At the end of the day, we teach you how to properly qualify people that aren't just going to join your program and pay. They're going to win. They're going to win. Why on God's earth would you want to take anybody's money that's going to come into your program and lose? What's the point? It serves nobody, right? It serves nobody. Everybody wants their clients to win, and everybody wants to be a winner. So you've got to design your offer for winners, people that are going to come in and win. And so part of that is you obviously need to know the program pillars, but you also need to know who your champion clients are. There's a difference in the people that will come in your program and lose versus the people that will come in your program and win. We've all had them. There isn't anyone here that hasn't had both of those. You've all had the clients that are amazing and phenomenal, and they show up and they get the result. They're awesome. And we all have the clients that it's like ghost town, MIA, they don't make their payments on time, they don't show up, they never do the work. They never get the result because they never do the work, yet they're the biggest complainers. We've had everyone's had those. Some of us have been those people. You have to know the difference in the people that will lose in your program and win. And you need to build a qualifying process around it, or you're going to keep talking to people you have no business talking to because they're not qualified and they have no business being in your program, and they should have never joined in the first place. Okay, we want to minimize that, if not eliminate it. You need a strong qualification process to do so, okay? And then the third part we help you with the sales is how to convert. Because at the end of the day, none of this matters at all. There's not one thing on this page that matters if you don't know how to take them through the finish line. If you can't get a qualified lead over that finish line without begging and convincing and negotiating and discounting and bonusing, if you can't learn how to effectively communicate and ask questions that allow your buyers to persuade themselves and come to their own decision and get them over the finish line, then none of this really matters, does it? Because then it means that you're just doing all of this for nothing and there's no conversion at the end. Okay? So we have to teach you the skills of human behavior language, effective communication, and pull in everything that you see on this screen all into a full circle experience, which means one thing leads to the next and one builds on the next. And we can't get the conversion without all of these things. They all need to come together. Not some of it, not one piece or two, all of it. It all needs to align. It needs to come together. We call it a full circle experience. Okay, there's no break off, there's no detour, it's full circle. It goes right around. Okay, if I had a line right now, I could literally just go whoop and I could connect every one of these right here and tell you this is a full circle experience. You can't have one without the other. This is the area in which everyone under $10,000 a month, 1000%, these things right here should be your focus on complete mastery. Not sales pages and funnels and, oh my God, I want to sell a low ticket course and I can't even sell one offer. I'm going to sell 10. Like this, that's not the answer for you at this stage of business. If you're under $10,000 a month, you should have one offer, one audience, one platform, one program promise, and you should have one sales system to talk to people, qualify them, and convert them all day like clockwork, over and over and over in a very repeatable way. That's how you get to 10K. Consistently, consecutively, and easily. It is not all this other stuff that you guys are doing, right? I want you guys to understand, because I've gone from welfare making $0 to a 7-figure company. And I have 7 and 8-figure coaches who hire me to come train their teams and train the sales teams, train the coaches, right? Fix their broken problems. I can safely say I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you, under $10,000 a month, what you see on this screen should be your everyday Monday through Friday focus, all day, every day, until you have mastered this process. You should not be building funnels. You should not be running paid ads. You should not be worrying about having multiple offers. You should not be worrying about being on every single platform. You should not be worried about, let me just help everybody with a million different things and let me have 5 business models. At the end of the day, you don't need a sales page. You don't need a website. You don't need any tech. You need a place for people to pay. So you need a Stripe or PayPal, and you need a voice and a phone, and you need to go talk to people and do this system right here. The clarity work, the alignment pieces, the strategy, getting the system pulled together and execute, 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 execute until mastery, right? We work with business athletes, people that can follow direction, people that can do these things no matter what, right? So that they win. So this is my special invitation for those of you that are not messing around. Okay. We don't work with complainers. We don't work with excuse makers. We're not working with people who are like, oh, I'm broke, but I'll try to do it in a year from now. Great that you do that. You do you, boo. But at the end of the day, the people that we work with, they're champion, they're business champions. Okay. They're business athletes. They are on the field and they are running the reps every day. And with the right direction and the right coaching and the right support, they will win. And they're going to do that with or without us. No matter what, they have a mentality of a winner. Those are the people that crush it in our programs. So those are the people I'm speaking to right now. I'm not talking about you if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I don't dare to. Oh my God, I've had a bad experience before. I've invested so much and blah, 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 blah. And all we don't, good. Okay, just do you. Okay, go do you. I am talking to the other people. Okay, because we want to help you win. Okay. And we can't help you win if you're not coachable and you're negative and you're in your head and making excuses. You have to be ready to do it. You got to be all in, right? Part of being all in is you also have to take the risk. You have to make the investment. You have to show up. You have to do the work. You actually have to admit that you have breakdowns. You have to be able to do that. You have to be willing to do those things, right? If nothing changes, nothing changes. We want to get as many female coaches and service providers to the other side of their goals, as many as we can possibly help. But we can't help those that don't want to help themselves, right? Some of you, you'll sit broke for 5 more years and you're all right with that. And that's cool. Those are not our people. All right. Our people can't wait and they don't want to wait. So the special invitation I have is if you're sitting here and you're watching this and you're under 10K a month, I don't care if it's been 5 months or it's been 5 years or 10 years. If you're not making 10K a month like clockwork, month after month after month, every single month in a stackable, repeatable way, I want to invite you to send me a DM and we're going to have a conversation to see if we would be a match. And what that means is we need to qualify you. We need to see if you have what it takes, if you're ready to do what it takes, if you're available to do what it takes. And if we both decide we want to work together, right? Because this is a partnership. It's going to take both of us. This isn't like come into the program and my team will magically fix your problems. This is a partnership. It's 50-50 and you and I have to work together. So we want to work together to get you to your goals, right? And we'll do that. But we need your effort. We need your commitment, your conviction, and your all inness, okay? And so if that is you, and you're not making those 10K months and you want to, before the 90 days is up this year, you want to have the systems, the strategy, the clarity, the alignment. You want to have that full circle put together and be making 10K months every single month like it's freaking clockwork. And you're stacking those. We want to help you do that. We don't have an application. We don't have a sales page, so please don't ask me for one. We have conversation, real life, human to human. You and I chat it through. Conversation. So the way to see if we are a match and see if this would be a solution for you is that you're going to come send me a DM. And that shows us, like, if you can reach out to us, that tells us a lot about you. Because some of you won't do that. You'll just be like, sit in your head with this. Reach out to us. Okay, that's your first step. The first step of your commitment is reach out and let's talk. If you're not a match, if we don't know like we know that you're going to win if we bring you in, we're not going to bring you in. We'll give you some steps. We'll give you some ideas, tell you to go do some things to get in a different situation, and then come back and we'll revisit. We are not going to sign you in our programs if we don't know like we know that you'll win. You should appreciate that. You should respect that. We are not just taking your money because you have the money, okay? So you need to qualify. So we can't qualify you unless we have a chat. Okay. If you are someone watching this and you're loving what you're hearing, but you're over 10K a month, we have our mastermind. We could talk about that. But yeah, send me a DM. Let's chat it through. Let's see if we'd be able to help you. I'll see you guys all soon and let's go. Let's get that money. Let's get those sales. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.